Got one.
There we go.
On the dropper?
Not at all sure.
I kind of thought that. It looks like one of those brown ones. He's
Here's
on the
the
dropper.
deal.
He's on the dropper.
When you roll cross stream, always leave it in.
They swing. On the swing.
This is a brown trout.
Excellent.
Wild fish. Excellent.
Yeah. And the browns were brought here in the 60s, Tom?
1962. They haven't been stocked since 2 years prior to the completion of the dam. Dam was completed in 64, so they've been a self-sustaining wild fish ever since.
And they get bigger than that, don't they?
This is a nice little guy, yeah, but he's got a few big brothers in here as well. But it's a start.
Yep.
A little skinny after the winter, but hey,
Things
we're on
are
the board
getting
now.
unnervingly quiet there for a little while.
The perspective fish.
I thought I'd lost it.
That's the hardest
I
one.
got it back. My
you
mojo. My
almost
mojo is in
had
doubt,
it.
Kathy.
Kathy, have you ever seen a Snoopy rock here? We've got a really neat rock formation over your shoulder here, kind of just above the vegetation. Some people say it looks like a lion's head.
Yeah, I see it.
We call this area Snoopy Flats.
Snoopy Flats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks like Snoopy.
Make one more cast, Kathy, and give it that right bend here. And we're just going to go straight down to your 9 o'clock. And Frank, just straight down below your feet here, I think. It's a little bit deeper trough. I've got the boat in here. There you go. This should set up a good long drift for us here. Pretty right now with all the fresh snow.
Sure is. Yeah, there really aren't any rivers that are prettier than this. There are different rivers, but there is.
Nice.
Nice touch, Frank. Ooh, that's a better brown trout for you.
Launch into some soliloquy about how beautiful it is and
It never fails.
stuff like that. And
Or threaten to change flies.
there, yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna throw. Check
Frank,
it out, y'all.
You okay back there? Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
Look at that red on his adipose fin.
See,
A wild one.
my mojo is slowly returning.
Maybe it was just cold. Your mojo was like cold.
My mojo's cold. It's chilly.
It is chilly.
There you go, Frank.
Don't mind the late winter snowstorm. Go fishing. Hey, buddy.
The fish don't seem to mind the late winter chill, but our fingers and toes do. So Kathy, Tommy, and I take a break to thaw our extremities and discuss an ominous proposal that threatens to drain this precious system of a massive amount of water, enough to lower Flaming Gorge Reservoir substantially.
So, Kathy, what exactly is this new threat to the Green River?
Well, there's a proposal being made right now to take water out of Flaming Gorge Reservoir and or out of the Green River just above the reservoir, pipe it across Wyoming and down to the Front Range of Colorado for use there. And there's a private developer from Colorado who has proposed that, and he believes it's feasible. He's recently submitted the idea to the Army Corps of Engineers to analyze what the impacts of it would be. He seems to think that it would be possible to take up to 250,000 acre-feet of water a year from the Green River system and transport it to the Front Range of Colorado.
Why does Colorado want Utah's water? And how can they even propose such an idea?
That's a good question, Tom. And under there are several different agreements and laws that relate to use of the Colorado River. And the Green River, being a tributary to the Colorado, falls in that category. And under all these various agreements, the state of Colorado does have the right to take its share of the river upstream out of another state and transport it back down to Colorado to use. And in theory, it would be a legal proposition.
If the lake went down, what would happen to the river?
Again, at this stage, we don't know for sure, but one of the main things we think would happen would be the decreased ability to have flushing flows in the spring come through that dam. Right now, the Bureau of Reclamation has been able to do that, but it's not anything they're required to do. And so if there was less water available and they had to focus more on what they have to do, which is generate power and store water for agriculture, then I think we could see fewer flushing flows, and that would decrease opportunities for aquatic insects and for trout habitat.
I think consistency really is good for both the insects and the fish that are here. And I think when we have good consistent flows, the fish are healthy, and right now we've had that for the last few years. And I'm not really sure what would happen if we had less flows and less water to deal with. And as Kathy mentioned, that spring flood that we mimic every year, I think is really healthy for the system overall. It cleans up a lot of the sediment that Red Creek brings in and just keeps the whole river clean in general. And to lose that ability to push that water down in the spring, I think would be terribly detrimental to the river overall.